Our teaching's playing a little bit slow, because every time so many classmates didn't show up in the class, so I try to slow down the course. But it's okay. And the last topic we talk about is about CRISP, CRISPDM, data mining, CRISP data mining. And also we mentioned a few predictive analytics during the last course. So after winter breaks, how much do you remember? How much do you remember? Especially the first one. First one, yes, CRISP DM. It's called cross-industry. Cross-industry. It means the data mining technique can be applied to different industry. So cross-industry, standard process. Cross-industry standard process data mining. Okay, that's the full name for this CRISP DM. So how much do you remember? Anything? Yeah. We have 6 steps or 6 type of point when we try to implement predictive analytics in the business. We go through the process. We have 6 steps in CRISP DM. How much do you remember? It's in the course material week 3. Yeah, week 3. Yeah. The first one is called business understanding. The first step, business understanding. We have understanding the business context, the background, especially the business problem. We talked about business problem last time. So how much do you remember? Understand business, right?
Yeah.
So understand the business. Yeah? That's the first one. And the second one is understand what?
The problem?
The problem is in the first step. The business context, the business problem. Okay. And then we have to understand the data we have. The data we have. The second step. And then we have to prep data or data preparation. Prepare our data. Prepare data means collect our data. Collect data, clean data, or transform data. So that's the third step in CRISP DM. Once we have data, then we can create our model, right? So build model. Build model. Hello. Build our model, especially predictive model. We talk about predictive analytics with different model for data mining. After we have model, then what? Next. Once we have built our model, then what?
Maybe evaluate the model.
Huh?
Evaluate.
Evaluate? Huh? Or we call evaluate. Model, right? Yes. If the model is okay, the performance is good enough. So we go to the last step. we implement model in the daily routine or business process. So it's standard process called the trace DM. Since we have this process, so we like you to practice the process. Especially we have two reports. During this course, we have the first called midterm report. Well, I like you to do data transformation. Especially the first, I think, the first three parts for your midterm report. You define a business case and find the data, right? Find the data. So there's a lot of data on the internet. I suggest to use the Kaggle website. There's a lot of free open source. You can find one as your data set and try to crack the data. We have shown a few methods. Of course, we still will show you how to do it. The data preparation in the OM3. Last time we tried to convert the wide data format to long data format, right? This kind of preparation, that's a lot. In this week, we're still doing another transformation. Okay, we'll talk about later. So for the midterm report, I would like you to cover 1, 2, 3. And the term project, I would like you to build a model based on data. Build a model, evaluate the model, especially these two. This one will be when you have a business job in the future. Maybe you can try to implement your model into business. Okay. So we are calling to you the CRISP-DM, standard process for data mining. Okay, let's move to the middle whiteboard. Before that, I would like to show you the Kaggle website. Okay, of course, if you have a browser, you can just type in Kaggle. That's one. Switch to English mode. Then type Kaggle. Then you will, the browser will bring you to this website, Kaggle. As you can see, we have a tab called Data Set. Right? Just here, there's a data sets, and you can click Data Set. Then there's a different category you can filter out. For example, especially for computer science or for education or for the predictive analytics, especially classification. NLP is for natural language process. Just like a ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Data visualization, something like BI, business intelligence for data visualization. Pre-trained model, something like that. So that's a lot of it. But you can type keyword here to find data set. For example, customer churn. Then you can scroll down. There's a lot of data set related to the customer churn. The first one is Telco. It's a company called Telco customer churn. You can setting something like that to find an interesting data set they want to practice. Okay. So you can find the data set from Kaggle website. There's another tab called model. You can take a look at the model here. I haven't tried the model before. I just tried the data set. That's a different model. Different model for different data format. For image format, for text, for tabular, for video, for audio. Okay, that's a lot of different data type. Task, text generation, image classification, object detection, text classification, binary classification, something like that. Okay, so go to home. Right. So I would like to move back to the course material, week 3. Week 3. Four. Okay, that's week 3. So that's the CRISP-DM, CISP, Cross Industry Standard Process for Data Mining. This is a standard. We have 6 steps, right? From left to right. From left to right, business understanding, data understanding, data preparation or prep data, building model, modeling, and evaluation of the model, and deployment or implement the model. So that's the loop for the data mining process. And we have talked about this in the last section. We talk about business understanding, especially the problem. Right? There's always problem in the business, always. Sometimes it's big problem, sometimes it's all problem. Repeat happen again and again and again. So we have to recast the problem and designing a solution to iterative process. What does iterative process mean to you? Iterative. Iterative. Process. What does iterative to you?
Like multiple processes.
Multiple process.
Result.
Multiple process.
To get a good result.
To get a good result. Okay. Okay. Quite close. How about you? Iterative. If I say iterative is kind of loop. Do you know what is loop? Yeah. Loop. It's a loop. Again and again. I mean, we have 6 steps, of course, but if the first step is called business process, then we move to the data understanding. We cannot clear the problem of business, then we can move back. It's kind of loop, iterative, and until everything is clear and everything is done, then we can move to the next step. So it's kind of iterative process of discovery. Discovery what? Discover what? Can you guess?
The model.
The model, yes. Okay, the model. Okay. Discover model. But sometimes we just say we try to create model, right? Build model. We're not telling people, right? We're not telling people we discover a model. But what do we discover?
Like the end result.
End result, yeah. End result. And anything specific?
Something is in the previous step, previous process.
Okay, you can see that. Uncover. Discover, or sometimes it's uncover. Something is not very clear at the very beginning, but after you collect data, track data, and try to build model to analyze data, then you uncover what? Uncover structure. Structure. The structure in terms of pattern. In terms of pattern. Okay. But what is a pattern? More question. What is a pattern? Something, for example, something, it's a pattern. Can you name it? You just try to pick a term or a vocabulary that is a pattern. Anything? No? No?
Like something that you have to follow to get whatever you want.
Okay. For example, if we have scatter plot, right? Usually we have scatter plot like this one. We have variable 1 and variable 2. Then we have data point, right? And we see that's a pattern. But when we drop a scatter plot like this, no pattern at all. No pattern at all, no structure at all. Okay, so hence kind of structure was that maybe sometimes it's kind of a cluster. Or maybe it's a correlation. Maybe it's an association. Okay, what is the difference between a correlation and association? It's kind of pattern. Okay. Correlation and association, what is the difference? Quite similar. Yeah, quite similar. But what's different? Okay. Do you have any idea?
Correlation is like they do have something relationship.
Yeah.
Association is
Yeah.
like they have the similar things.
Similar things. Yeah. Okay. Your answer quite close. Quite close. Correlation, association is quite similar concept. When we talk about patterns, when we talk about correlation, it means two objects correlate together. X, I would say X and Y. X and Y. The X is a variable, right? We have different instance for X, different instance for Y. But X is continuous type. And Y is also continuous type. So we call it couple. Right? Couple. We can see the relationship between the X and Y. and Y is type of for the data type is called continuous. Then we will use correlation to represent the relationship between X and Y. But how about association? X and Y. Usually, in statistics, X is called categorical data, and Y also categorical data. So, Kaka, the relation between two categorical data, we call it association. Got it? Yeah, you remember? So there's all kinds of talking about patterns, right? The pattern we like to discuss. We like to uncover. So it's understanding we need to dig beneath the surface. So the surface means the data, only data at hand, right? Maybe it's the millions of data at hand, it's the surface. But what do we do? We try to find the structure or the patterns among the instance or the observation. It's a structure. How about data understanding? About data understanding. Okay. After we have business understanding, then we try to understand the data. But what do we need to know about the data? Try to think about that. We have business problem, maybe it's a customer churn. Customer churn. Do you know what is customer churn? Means customer stop doing business with us. They leave us. They try to do business with our competitors. That's called customer churn. It's kind of context. But how about the data understanding? If you want to try to analyze the customer churn, what will you do for data understanding? Elisa? Okay, business problem with solving business problem is the most important thing we have to do when we work in a business, right? We always solve problem, make decision all the time. What will you do in step 2, data understanding? What will you do? Business problem. Maybe it's called customer churn. It's a problem. Okay? We want to solve the problem. But what will we do to solve the problem? If the problem is customer churn.
We need to know what kind of data we need to get.
What kind of data? For example, in this case, we want to solve problem of customer churn. What kind of data you need to collect? What kind of data do you need to collect? If you are working in a business, you have to solve the problem of customer churn. What kind of data you have to collect?
The sales data.
The sales data?
Yes.
People who leave your website.
Okay. Website. Sales data. So you may need to collect sales data. Include what kind of information in sales data? It's only a transaction, or you will collect more, or only transaction? You mean sales, right?
Yeah.
Sales is kind of transaction.
Like all
Is
the
it enough?
customer journey.
Hmm?
All the customer journey you have to collect.
Collect what?
The customer journey.
Customer
Journey.
journey. Customer journey. For example.
Like
Journey?
when the customer enter to the website
Uh-huh.
to when he get the
Okay.
payment process.
You mean all records,
Yes.
all the record. Look
To see
into
where is the problem.
to see where the problem. Okay. So we're looking for each and every behavior of customer. Behaviors, a lot of log in, browse the website, click the website, then leave the website, something like that. And when the transaction is only focused on the deal, the sales,
I think the repurchase.
repurchase,
Yes.
and
I think it will be more data than the customer ID, what product that does customer buy, and also like did it say maybe it's do they do repeat buy or no,
mhm.
and also I think it will be the data transaction also.
Mm.
The date of the transactions.
Okay. Okay, the day of transaction. Anything else? Anything else? What would you do to analyze a customer churn problem? Only collect transaction data or
Collect all the subscription. You
Subscription.
have a promotion.
Mhm.
And see which one customer retention
Mhm.
is the most.
it's most attract customer attention. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Satisfaction level.
What kind of level?
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction level. Okay, satisfaction about the website, about product, about the service. Satisfaction. So do we have satisfaction record in transaction?
No.
Do we have satisfaction record in transaction?
No.
No. So we need to collect the satisfaction data extra, right? Extra media. Maybe we have to send a survey, a quick survey.
After the purchase.
Oh, yeah, after they purchase, send a survey. That's a good way. Okay. Okay, let's try to point out how we analyze the data. So the sales data usually relate to the behavior, right? This is related to behavior. But maybe if you want to try to fix a problem, maybe it's not enough. We need more information about the customer. Okay. Let me move to here about data understanding. How do you identify customer churn? If you have sales data, how do you identify customer churn?
Can you repeat the question, please?
You want to identify customer churn, but if you have the transaction data on your hand, what will you do to identify customer churn?
Competing to the last year's sale.
Compete.
Oh,
Comparing, okay, comparing. to last year. You mean you do the across years comparison. Yeah, that's a good way, right? Let's say we have 5 customers, A, B, C, D, E, right? That's our key customer. Then we have year 2025, the last year, right? 2025. So we compare to 2024, right? Compared to last year. Yeah? Do you mean that?
Yes.
We have to get the transaction data, try to organize a report, something like this one. Right? Maybe you need more, maybe 2023. We need 3 years. So we make a table. What kind of table will you make? What kind of tool will you use to create this kind of table? If you have a bunch of millions of records from your transaction, from your database, what will you do? What kind of techniques will you apply to create this table? What will you do?
I mean, we get the data transaction. The table must be report table, right?
Report data? Yeah, it is for report purpose, of course. But transaction is usually in the database, right? In the database. Database is a collection of tables. But this table is a long table. Long table. This long table for database. This report table is called wire table, right? It's for reporting, right? We try to extract data from database, the table, and how do we transform to report format? What will you do? What kind of technique you will use to do transformation?
Can we use Fiverr or Melt?
Melt? Okay, good. Melt is orange. Orange 3 widgets, right?
Yes.
Melt? What else?
Python.
What?
Python.
Python. Python is a language. You mean Python?
I think she
Yeah.
Fiverr.
Python?
Like the
You mentioned Python, this one?
yeah, but the
It's a programming language.
what you teach the previous class?
Uh-huh.
Fiverr?
Yes.
Fiverr or
I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Fiverr. P-I-V.
Pivot.
Yeah.
Pivot. Okay. Pivot. Okay. Thank you. Pivot table. Yeah. Pivot table in Excel, right? It's a tool. It's a function. Allows you to do the aggregation, or sum up all the transaction into a customer base. Then we have number. Maybe for example we have sales number here. We have sales number here. We have sales number here. Sales number here. Alright. Eventually, maybe you have a result called pivot table, something like this one. So then you will see some kind of issue here. This year we don't have transaction with customer A, and this year we don't have transaction. Maybe it's a new customer, right? In 2024, right? 2024, maybe it's a new customer. And this customer, we have 3-year transaction, no problem. Okay. And this one, we have customer D and E in 2023, but we don't have any business in 2 years, 2024, 2024 and 2025. So we maybe can highlight, may give a label, right? Show label. This one. Maybe this one is not your problem. No, yes, right. So you can give a label to label it. So it's from data understanding. You have to try to think about a business problem at hand and try to organize data like this to clarify the customer churn issue. Yeah, very first time, at the very beginning. Okay. So we need to comprise the available raw data. Transactions are raw data. If you need to do the survey, it's also the raw data. Customer satisfaction survey is also the raw data, but you have to collect it. Right? Okay, it's important to understand the strength and the limitation of the data because they rarely is an exact match to the problem. So we have to understand we have problem at hand, but we have to think what data we have on your hand and try to figure it out. Right? So you have to practice during the midterm report. Try to describe the business scenario, the business background. For example, the telco company, just like we have searched on the Kakao, there's a company called telco, right? Here's the business background. Then we try to describe the problem the business has, as customer churn, right? And then describe data. Okay, take a break, 10 minutes break.